Grandmaster Visage. He's gonna be fine.
There's 3 Grandmasters in this game. There's a Grandmaster Rubik, a Grandmaster Visage, and a Grandmaster Faceless Void. These guys play these heroes a lot.
We're bringing out the best here. This is the lower bracket, so whoever loses here is out.
All right. For those of you that are just joining, this is the North American Closed Qualifiers. This is an elimination series here between Bammysoy and NextNext. This is, in fact, NextNext first series in general in this qualifiers, as all of their games before this have either been forfeited or a team, withdrew from the qualifiers. So, it's just good stuff. So excited to see how they actually fare in a series here, but they do have a stand-in, so the state of this team is in shambles, I guess you could say, a little bit.
Yeah, but hopefully it won't affect them too much. And we'll get some fun games here. So far, everyone just standing across. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen here at first blood. Maybe a little poking once the actual rune spawns, but no one really ran into each other on the warding. A little bit. They think they interacted. The smoke broke, but some of the observers weren't down yet. So, I mean, no one's really setting up the fight. Well, I say that. 6 heroes here in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Ooh. All right, never mind. Move backs off. Well, that is your blood grenade down. Unlucky. They didn't quite, I guess, see where the enemy heroes were, maybe, so they decided to back away. Well, my eyes are definitely going to be on this Visage Centaur lane, because I feel like this is the lane that has so much kill potential. Like, anytime one of these heroes is out of position, it's just going to be like stomp into a soul assumption, stomp into a soul assumption, double edge eventually comes out.
Yeah, and he won't even be able to use Decrepify to help him. Like, usually you can use that as a save when your teammates are being gone on, but you're still just going to take the nuke damage. At least you won't take the bonus damage like you used to. They did give it that buff where it doesn't make your allies take more damage, but they can still take a lot of damage just, regularly. So, not going to function as a save this lane.
Nature attend us.
Your Pugna's gone Nether Ward level 1 because he like wants to try and deal with the spam that's going to come out from this Visage, but oh, wait a minute, mid lane Mobe needs to be a little bit careful. The ward doesn't have like as nearly as a long duration as it used to, right? There was like back in the day, like level 1 Nether Ward used to last like forever. You just like drop it in the lane, it would just sit there and get the work done. But it also used to have like the minus mana regen. Do you remember all that?
I hated that. You would just put it in the trees. Even if you don't cast a single spell, you lose like half your mana.
Yep. But he is at least preventing the soul assumption spam coming out, because I mean it's a lot of mana. It's 110 mana on that cast, so you're taking that 110 mana back as damage as the Visage, if you decide to actually spam these spells.
Yeah, for sure. The soul assumption usually is the way you nuke, but yeah, he's just sitting at full mana. Doesn't want to use any of it yet. No, I say that. Very
that
close.
Was so close. The blood grenade, the almost last tick. Well.
Not on my watch.
Zexy on the Pugna playing right on the edge there. Does have, I'm assuming, more regen coming out. Yeah, he's got some more tangos. And another sentry. He's been trying to block this hard camp quite a bit here so that they can't actually like pull. And he has been successful at blocking it, but it has cost him a lot of resources.
Almost cost him his life, yeah.
Yeah. A little half pull there on the range creep. That's not bad. And he gets the block again. Wow. Well played from Zexy.
At the least, BNC was also able to kill the sentry, so it is blocked for 1 more minute, but he's not going to have to get his own sentry. This whole sentry back and forth war can be a little annoying for a lot of support, so trying to snipe the courier.
All right, I guess we can maybe try and... it's like, I'm going to like talk about like maybe bottom for a sec or mid or whatever, because I feel like there's other action happening, and I know the second I look away from that top lane, someone's gonna die, and I'm just gonna feel so bad. I'm gonna be so mad about it, but it's definitely gonna happen. But
maybe
mid lane,
around
the
this
Puck
level 3.
versus Ember has been. I mean, Puck's been taking a lot of harassment damage in this lane, but is getting the bounty rune. We'll get a water rune as well, most likely.
It's been a pretty even mid lane.
There it is. Finally. Yeah, it wasn't even the level 3 soul assumption, but they just slowly whittled down the Pugna. Centaur gets the stomp. And there it is. BNC will gladly sacrifice some of his HP there for the first blood. Yeah, I mean, the Pugna's ward as your counter to a Visage is kind of interesting. It's not really what I would have expected.
Yeah, just constantly placing it and attacking. I feel like the lane equilibrium has not helped them in this regard. He hasn't, even though he's been blocking this hard cam, I feel like the lane's been pushed out quite often. And it's making it a little difficult for them to just sit near their tower, poke away, have that healing, or not healing, nether ward like a little far back so no one can use spells. They keep having to walk up, place a nether ward in a little bit more of a dangerous area. And Centaur is farming just fine.
Let's look at CS around the map right now. So it's I mean, mid lane is almost dead even. Turtle does have some extra denies here in mid, which is really nice. And then, I mean, all of these are pretty close. Centaur actually doing quite well. I guess just the Wind Ranger is the one who's even slightly suffering. But to be honest, Sonic is, you know, he's got the wave pushed in. Decent positioning here. But looks like it is going to reset. So I don't know who is like, it's hard to really say like if this favors one team or another, but I guess both teams kind of just finding the farm that they can, and pretty even start to the game. I like it.
It's definitely a change from a lot of the stomps we saw earlier, where it already felt like the game was starting to be decided at this point. Here at the 6-minute rune, looks like
Turtle
Ember with that preemptive remnant ready to grab it. Mobe
got him.
Ooh,
nice
first.
So Sleight of Fist comes out, helps finish off the kill. BNC will have to be a little bit careful here on the Visage. Yeah, I was like Sleight of Fist to dodge that one out, and he ends up taking a lot of damage from the Nether Ward as well. So Turtle thinking of going for one more. No. He'll get the wave TP home, most likely with that remnant. All right, really successful rotation mid.
Sexy gonna make his way for the Wisdom Rune steal. This is something you can try to go at night. You just gotta make sure you don't run into the creep wave here.
Yeah,
Like
that's exactly what he's
BNC's
trying
gonna
to
find
avoid,
him.
but BNC is right behind him like, hey buddy, what's up?
Stayed on the high ground to keep Zexy in the dark, and that gave Moo a few seconds to make it over here. And they're gonna pick up a Pugna kill.
That's a nice
It's
play
worth
from
doing. Yeah, it looks silly to sometimes die behind the tower like that. But if you do steal the Wisdom Rune, it's absolutely worth it. See, Z-Freak also trying it. Unfortunately, he did not steal it, and he's gonna buy a little bit of time, but I don't think he's getting out here.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. That being said, Rubik dies.
Oh, he died to the enchant.
I mean, where's the power creep haters now? Everyone's just like, wow, I can't believe everything does damage. Well, it was somehow enough to kill the Rubik. What was his death summary here, actually?
Totally worth it. That's what Z-Freak's saying. He's like, I made space, got a return kill. I mean, he would have liked to get the kill first, of course, but... Let's see who's going to get this 8-minute rune. This one's coming down to a bit of RNG. Whether it's top or bottom. Oh, Ember might be able to do a Sleight of Fist deal here.
It ends up taking it on the Visage. I guess they panicked a little bit, so taking it away from the Puck, still really rough.
Yeah, Puck could have used that regen, even if he doesn't actually gank with that haste. Right? He has his ultimate, but not really enough health or mana to feel comfortable to make a play. This is why the runes do matter when you secure it or not. It helps your mid players not only maybe haste run to the top lane faster, but to actually have the resources to do it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ember has a much easier time if you deny him runes, he can remnant, TP home, come right back. Puck, we see, has to spend a little bit more time walking, but might choose to teleport to a side lane.
I really like
Maybe.
the rotation from Faceless Void top, right? Uses the portal, comes to hit the tower a little bit, and I mean, it's gonna go down here in just a moment. Moon's already dragged the wave. They are setting up for bottom though, so the question is, will they bring more heroes? Sammy is almost level 6 for the Chronosphere. Needs just about another creep or two. But yeah, there's a TP on the Centaur. Okay, they can definitely fight. I mean, they've got the Stampede available. The Centaur Conqueror, not the actual Centaur, is available for chain stun action, which is exactly what they're gonna do to find Zexy. Double edge is there. Pop the Stampede, buddy. Do it. They don't even need to use it quite yet. There is gonna be the coil catching the Wind Ranger, and she's gonna go down the enchant, perfectly timed to dispel that Wind Run. So no real big spells come in. You still have Stampede, you have your Chronosphere, your Faceless Void is just chilling.
Ooh, Samson? I don't think he can solo kill as Luna though.
Definitely not.
He does not have very much in the way of gold himself. Now Luna is farming quite well. She ditched that lane, just went to go jungle. So she did lose her tower, but farm wise, she is getting ahead. You don't want to leave her alone there too long. Well, you do if you're next, but
yeah.
Bammysoy, they don't want this AFK Luna. Pops out 10 minutes later with a ton of items. Seems like for now they're choosing to just close out the map a little bit. They're rotating a lot of heroes for each tower.
You don't really see like early points in Shackle from like an offlane windrunner from what I've seen. Like a lot of people are opting to just like skip it until you have like at least 4 points in the focus fire. But opting to pick one up
the wind
early.
run?
Or I'm sorry, yeah, in the wind run. My bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people go like 0-3-4 and then like go back and put a point in Shackle shot at that point, but
yeah, the extra duration on wind run just allowing you to, like, you can't stun the guy, but you actually just run next to them the whole time and they can't get away.
Sonic might have been a little bit too confident with that wind run. It's only level 2, so that cooldown quite far away. Still has 5 more seconds. Chronosphere is available if he needs it, but Mobe will finish it off. And they should get the tower deny as well. So, I mean, he tried really hard to bring this tower down and ends up getting the deny anyway. Very unfortunate for him.
How do you feel about Luna versus Faceless Void in the late game?
I mean, Faceless Void should pretty much always win. I'd say it's like a 75-25 matchup.
See, I would kind of agree. That's why I'm just interested in the way they're playing, because right now it feels like Faceless Void's coming to everything. Speaking of which,
yeah, it comes to the mid lane. Still had the Chrono ready to rip, but well, will drop it now as he turns his attention over to the Rubik. Zexy has no way to dispel save him. He steals the Chrono, but will end up just freezing the Centaur in place. And wait a minute, Moon needs to be a little bit careful. Z-Free keeling him up there with the Enchantress on the backside of the fight will be Turtle. Trying to hobble Remnant. There's going to be a coil in a couple of seconds. He goes right back into the stop. Well played by Moon. The save can't be there from the Pugna. Not quite level 6, and a coil is available. He's looking for the Wind Ranger. It's going to come out. Focus Fire is there, but they can't. No? Okay, I was going to say they can't kill the Puck, but they do. Focus Fire damage is on top. So, I mean, at least you get something on this for NextNext, but you just lost, like, I think a chain of 3 or 4 heroes plus your mid tower. That is rough.
yeah, the way this game is shaping up, they're putting a lot of pressure on Luna. Because I agree with you. I think Faceless Void should be better in the late game, but actually because he's been joining so much and Luna has, you know, abandoned her tower, she's not joining these fights, she is just committed to farming, no points in the ultimate, which I think is exactly the way to do it if you're going for this style, right? She is at the top of the net worth. She is levels ahead of Faceless Void. So if she does hit this, yeah, if she hits this critical mass of, I don't know, Manta, Scotty, something. Oh, Ember? Oh, he's fine. You know, maybe she can't be killed in Chronosphere, and she brings all of the damage. It seems like that's the mentality they're going with right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully does not get found back here on the enemy's hard camp. This is so deep, actually, but I don't think anyone would expect you to be here.
Yeah, I mean, look at, they're expecting her to be by her ancients, and they've actually smoked, you know, 4 heroes basically across the map here to try and find this Luna. They won't find her. They will at least steal the wisdom rune away, so this is a really nice grab.
Ooh, they might find this Pugna. Indeed.
He's like, guys,
I found him.
wisdom rune not available. Found him.
Yeah, let's see if someone directly heads over to try to steal the other, because this is something Bammysoy has been good about. They have been on top of wisdom rune spawns. We see them make a smoke here. We saw it in some of the previous series that they played, the ones that we watched anyways. It's great. It's great to do. We can see a level advantage starting to slowly go their way. In terms of supports, that Luna is at the top right now because she's been solo so long, but the supports losing some of these fights, losing these wisdom runes, we see the level difference starting to build up.
One thing I'm noticing is like Puck is actually staying really farmed on like on the charts, like not too far behind the Luna, which I would have expected her to be a little bit further back. Smoke to the mid lane. They have Coil. The stomp comes out as well. They need to be able to grab this kill. Coil stolen here from the Rubik. The Stampede will be used at the last second to guarantee the kill, and in comes BNC, gets that Grave Chill onto the Rubik, resummons the Familiar, should be able to just chase him down. First drop into the second drop with the help from Pugna, more than enough damage. Nicely done from Bammysoy. They get themselves 2 really solid kills there. And Puck's now almost top net worth as a result.
Except a blink, that means the next coil is extra dangerous.
So what do you think about Sonic grabbing the Diffusal here? Like, he's finished it up on the offlane. Wind Ranger goes for Diffusal. Is it gonna help like secure any of these kills, or is it mostly just like stopping Faceless Void?
I think the extra damage and the mana burn is nice for the fights. Like Puck without mana, Faceless Void without mana. Obviously they don't do too much. In terms of getting the kills, I think Sonic probably could have gotten the kills with the other items as well. Oh, okay, no connection on that shackle. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's good. It's a lot of extra damage because of that diffuse. Or what's it called? What's the passive? Mana break, sorry.
It's all good. So 2 blink daggers picked up here from Bammysoy at the same time. They're looking for the tier 2 tower top, as Visage has his Vlads being delivered right now. So he's just doing basically standard Visage itemization here. Vlads keeps up the drums next, and it's just going to be this kind of aura builder for his team. Obey mid lane, looks for the Rubik. Has an amplify damage room to rub salt in the wound there. Dude, they're just scouting out the enemy team here on the high ground. Ooh, does not connect on the stomp. Nice read by Turtle. There is a ward there that's kind of revealing a lot of this. Mope, he's a little bit careful. Chain's just barely off the mark there.
Luna getting stronger. I don't know if it'll be enough, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it more, like Visage is going to use Grave Chill on her, and then Enchant is going to be able to steal an illusion, get their own pass. Oh, are they going to find her?
I mean, she just got her Manta delivered. It's nighttime. She's insanely fast with her bonus night vision as well, so she manages to dodge it out. But that being said, they are looking to get aggressive here. The Ember just trying to draw some attention, but Luna's being scouted by the Visage Familiar. And that will push them away. Okay, so they just get a nice little freebie onto the Pugna.
I think we need to see NextNext be able to make some of their own pickoffs. I think this is some of the struggle.
Oh, it was so close. They did exactly what you said. They almost did it. Almost stole the Centaur there, but ends up getting double-edged instead of either Stomp or Stampede, so he lives. And meanwhile, top lane, Wind Ranger will end up going down to the Puck and Faceless Void.
Catch Ember at the rune. Pick up another kill.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is the issue when you're dealing with a Faceless Void and Puck,
Dire's courier
two
has been
fairly
killed.
elusive heroes, and you have Searing Chains, which is, you know, it's a decent duration on the root, but not as good as a stun. And then Shackle Shot can be dodged. It can also be a little difficult to work with. They're having trouble finding some of these pickoffs.
Yeah, and Rubik doesn't have like a lot of hard control himself outside of like stealing a good stun, right? A lot of times it's just
Radiant's
telekinesis,
bottom
and
tower is under attack.
that lift duration is really not that long, especially with only a single point in it. So
Yeah, that's why you usually, before picking a Rubik, you usually want to see, like, it doesn't have to be the black hole type of huge ultimate you got to steal. Sometimes some of the best things you can take is just a low cooldown stun, like Lions or Vengeful Spirits, because your passive from Arcane Supremacy and Spell Steal now having the debuff amp, right? You just take that stun and make it so much better, and you just throw it out long range, longer duration, low, like, it's so good. But this game, he doesn't really have that, and that's part of the issue with the catch. I mean, he can maybe steal Hook Stomp, but it means he has to be in there. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna fall here.
another blink stun into Coil from the mid lane. Dude, these double blink daggers are just so destructive. Jump forward, they catch the Rubik as well. In comes the Eclipse. They're gonna try and bring down the Centaur. Z-Freak just holding his ground. In comes Sammy, has the Chronosphere available, turns on the Mask of Madness, but the Shard from the Luna protecting her for just a little while here. Comes Zexy, he self-decrypts, tries to go for the mana or the health drain, and it's not enough. Zexy ends up denying himself, but they lose 4-0 essentially. Oh man. I mean, there's just like 3 different fights and they lost all of them.
Yeah, there's a catapult here. Are they just gonna chip away at the high ground? No, okay. Play safe, I guess. They're gonna go for Roche. I think they could have. I think they could have poked a little bit.
Oh, they're gonna take Tormentor and 21-minute rune. That's way worse.
Yeah, that's easier to execute and also pretty good. Like, you're not actually taking that tier 3. You're just chipping it down a little bit for the future. But Tormentor and Wisdom Rune. Well, Wisdom Rune for now. Let's see if they do actually go for the Tormentor.
Okay, Sammy's driving the line of Roche. He's like, guys, we need Roche.
Should be pretty doable with the Enchantress tanking.
Speaking of Enchantress, he's got a Mage Slayer and 4 points Nature's Attendance. So this guy just doesn't die. Not to mention he also has Specialist Array and just sitting on Strength Dread. So it's like he has so much more HP and effective health like between his passives than you would expect for an Enchantress. Oh, mid lane Coil hits, catching 3 on the bottom side here. Stolen Coil out from Rubik. They're trying to finish the kill, but Sammy's got a BKB. Gets the bash onto the Rubik, but he survives for now. Ember Spirit dancing through the fight, trying to get some damage out, but he ends up going down. Luna's gonna join in the buyback on the Ember Spirit. Does he have a Remnant? He doesn't, but he's gonna TP. On the far bottom, they're gonna chase the Wind Ranger here into the Blink Stomp for the Centaur, and Sammy will help pick her off. Visage just running down heroes all on his own, but Turtle's here on the Ember Spirit trying to finish the kill. I don't think he got this, buddy. This could just be a dieback instead. A 6-for-1. You only lose the Puck.
That was a very nice Coil from Puck to set all of that up at that choke point. It was all these AoE stuns just start coming out. GG. All right, next kind of identifying. It's not looking good. It's not getting any better from here.
Yeah. I mean, that, like you said, the Coil drop there, catching 3 heroes on the choke point, and then, I mean, Rubik stole it.